Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's the Monday, November 4th, 2024 edition of the show. Today on the show, we got 10 things from the weekend. It was quite the weekend. Grizzlies were in action at Philadelphia. They are going to resume play tonight. Try to get it back in blood against Brooklyn. Big college football weekend, big NFL weekend. We'll go through the impressed and depressed of all of those. Memphis Tiger basketball begins tonight. We'll go through everything that took place over the weekend. Get you ready for the week ahead. It's a Monday. It's all right outside. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, ton of stuff to get to today. It was quite the busy weekend. Luckily, the grumpy Grizzly does not have to be broken out because the Grizzlies won and got over 500. Now they play against the Brooklyn Nets tonight. We will get to that and everything else that took place over the weekend. Roser came over to the house. We watched a bunch of sports on Saturday, including him staring us down every time Jake LaRavia did anything good, and me jumping off the couch and running around my house after J Huff hit another three. It was a good weekend. It was a fun weekend for sure, and a ton of stuff to get to before I get to anything. I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senor Sack, Johnny Backlow, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Nick Carp, John Pistol, John Lance, he's Yogi Rose.
It's over for y'all now. Walked into the GS this morning.
The what?
The GS.
What is that?
The gas station.
Oh.
The GS.
Why are you abbreviating gas station?
I've done it for a while. Maybe never on this show, but I have before. You got to go to the GS.
That's ridiculous.
There is a new flavor of C4.
Uh-oh.
Hawaiian Punch.
Oh,
C4.
no. Yeah, it's over for us.
It is over.
He is going to be cracked out.
They are 2 for $5.
Oh, no.
2 for $5.
Oh, geez. Watch out, folks. You don't know what's coming today. Devin is over at the University of Memphis. The Lady Tigers are playing against Mississippi Valley State, and you may say, what? Why is he over at Lady Tigers versus Mississippi Valley? The show begins at noon. And the reason is because Ja's little sister is playing for Mississippi Valley State. First game. And is over there playing against Memphis. And so he's over there, and then he'll be here. I think they're in like the third quarter or something now, but he'll be here in a little bit. You mentioned going to the gas station this morning. Guess who I ran into this morning, and in fact, have to get him in studio with us, which I will do shortly, as soon as we get a little time. I ran into one of the best Major League Baseball players in the world.
Austin Riley.
Brent Rooker.
Okay.
Brent Rooker was like the 5th best hitter in like the world this year.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Played at ECS in Memphis and, of course, played at Mississippi State. And you may remember the old story when we did a story, this is years and years ago. Brent was at Mississippi State, and I didn't even know that he's from Memphis. I didn't cover high school sports at the time. And I had heard the name in passing, but I'd forgotten. Anyways, he goes out to Mississippi State. He's the best. I mean, Golden Spikes, SEC Player of the Year. Mississippi State is like a God-level collegiate baseball program, right? And he was amazing. We do the story, and then, of course, it comes out, he's from Memphis. Hey, look, this kid's from Memphis. He's like the best college baseball player in the world and all this stuff, right? Anyways, a guy reaches out to me and is like, yo, I was like, Brent's from Memphis. I went to school, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I look him up on Twitter. He's followed me forever. I'm like, okay. Like, now I'm old. Like, he probably was a big Grizzlies fan in high school,
probably.
Right? And so, anyways, we had communicated a lot in the past. Finally hooked up this morning. I saw him this morning. And, obviously back in time, played for the A's this past year. They're in a weird deal, right? Because the A's had this horrendous ownership thing with the stadium. For the next 3 years, they're playing in like Sacramento, which who knows if that stadium is up to par for Major League Baseball. Anyways, so I saw him at the gym. He's doing some rehab he has like an elbow thing. Like he was like top 10 or 11 in average. He was 5th in the majors in home runs. He was I think he's 4th in RBIs. Like, he was great this year. Anyways, he's got this little, tendon in his elbow. He's got a scar on it. And at the very beginning of the year, in the major leagues, he, had a little pop or whatever. It was, irritated, this elbow,
yeah, it's
right?
An extensor repair surgery in his right forearm.
It's a small tendon.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a small tendon. It's right here, at the elbow. It's where the incision is. And so he's doing rehab on this with the elbow or with where the incision is. But he did it at the very beginning of the year. And it was irritating, but he could play through it. And he's going into arbitration. He was one of the top, 5 to 10 hitters in the major leagues this past year. He just played for the minimum. Like that, how baseball is. He's 30 years old now. He's about to get, $100 million, whatever it is.
He's about to get his contract now. Yeah,
he's about to get, arbitration, and then, I don't know the way it all goes. I didn't get into the weeds on it, but he played out the season with this thing, and then as soon as the season was over, got the surgery on it. But I think he hit 39 home runs.
He hit 39 homers, 112 RBI, 11 stolen bases. He had a 293 average, and then, 365 slugging or on base, and then 562 slugging probably. 365 on base.
A huge season.
Yeah.
He's a Memphis kid. Lives here in the offseason, just like he always has. Both sets of parents are here. He's got a 3-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. And guess who's become big buddies with?
Austin Riley.
Kennard.
Oh, okay.
I think Kennard's sister is their nanny or something now or something, but they're thick as thieves.
Okay.
He might come to our game on Wednesday night.
All right.
But yeah, it was cool to run. I mean, look, he's one of the best players in Major League Baseball, right? I'm gonna get him in here with us. He's a super cool dude. I'll get him in here with us because obviously he's here until February.
Yeah.
February, right? But those games are played out in the Oakland A's, right? Outside of me seeing the box scores and outside of me seeing where he is in the leaders, it's not like I'm staying up watching a bunch of Oakland A's games.
Are they moving to Vegas?
The plan is in 3 years, though.
But isn't it but it's not even final.
No.
They could end up
it's
in
a mess.
Salt Lake City wants them too.
Dude, it's a mess.
Yeah. They're just not going to be in Oakland. They're going to be in Sacramento at least.
That owner is horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible. I feel terrible for the people of Oakland. Anyway, it's cool to get to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, here we are in Memphis, one of the best Major League Baseball players. I happened to run into him
at a gas
this
station?
morning. And we did not at a gas station, but he was rehabbing.
Okay.
But we had communicated over the years. And first time face-to-face, I believe. Anyways, we got a ton of stuff to get to. Let's get to 10 things.
I love 10 things.
I know you do. Number 1, Grizzlies Weekend. Well, that was cool. So, Grizzlies went to Philadelphia to play a game against Philadelphia 76ers. There was going to be no Joel Embiid. There was going to be no Paul George. And things were feeling good after their home win against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Algonquin for the good land.
But you just go ahead. You got to back it up, right? You're always one game away from feeling great or feeling terrible. They're still down a bunch of guys, and they went to Philadelphia, and by halftime, really second quarter, by the time it was in the second quarter, I was like, oh, they got this.
Yeah.
They got this. You had guys that were really performing, that were coming off the bench. Like, once you saw that the bench was able to hold down the fort that they were able to hold down when they were getting the minutes, because you had Pippen come in, you had LaRavia come in, you had Jay Huff come in, you had Brandon Clark come in, and like all of them were having success, and the team was running extremely well. And then, like, at that point, it was like, hey, Ja doesn't really have all that many points. And you remember at the beginning of the game, as we were watching this unfold, it's like, bro, they're shooting like 50, 60% from three. Eric Gordon's knocking down all these threes like in transition. It's like, this is going to cool out. We worried going into the game. This is one of those where it's like, we hadn't watched the 76ers this year for good reason.
Yeah.
They're pathetic without their guys. And, bro, on site, like right before the game was about to start, we were having this discussion like, oh, geez. Like, I hope this is going to be fine for Edey, because Andre Drummond, like, yeah, we know he's a goofy bastard around the basket, but this dude, all he does is grab rebounds. He rebounds. Yeah. And the second we saw him, we're like, good grief, did you even run a lap all summer? He looks woefully out of shape.
He took a corner three. He would us moment. He would us moment.
So the second we saw him, even at the opening tip, I was like, oh, this is going to be okay.
Yeah.
And, of course, then you end the game.
NBA players shouldn't jiggle when they run.
Now, and you have 4 guys get double-doubles, which was crazy. You have Sonny Aldama with 10 and then 13 rebounds. You have Zach Edey with his first double-double with the 10 and 10. You have Ja Morant with the 18 and 12. You have Scottie Pippen Jr. with the 12 and 13. And yet, all that being said, if you would have asked me after we watched that game, that's 4 double-doubles, and I was most impressed with Jalen Wells and with Jay Huff. Jalen Wells backing up his Milwaukee game with another, like, starting line. Like, bro, he does not play and look like he will make rookie mistakes. But, man, he goes and he can shoot that thing. And I am a fan. Bro, he has made a fast impression. And then you have Huff, where you're going to have these kind of nights. And, I mean, this is when it's perfect, right? And he was good on the defensive end as well. When he's, like, making those plays on defense and then he's trailing the play, stepping into that top-of-the-key three.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, when he got pistol hot, we froze him out. I'm like, yo, feed him. This dude is making everything. Find Huff.
Yeah, you got to find Huff. You got to find Huff when he's feeling it like that.
Yo, 20 points in 14 minutes is crazy.
That's wild.
I mean, he was awesome. That was a good win. It was good.
It was. To your point, the 3 points, they started in the first half, the first, like, quarter and a half. They started 9 of 18 from 3, and we're like, okay, like, this is not going to keep up. Sure enough, they ended the first half 0 for 5, and then they didn't make anything in the second half either. And
they didn't make anything in the second half, and then the Grizzlies end up with 35 assists as a team. 35 is a big big number. And you're seeing this year,
yeah.
that's part of, what they're doing with the new offense. And look at Huff. Oh, my God, I was going crazy. When he got the and one on the dunk and then stepped into this three, that was a heater now. That was an NBA jam. He's on fire.
Let's see.
That's what it really felt like.
Assists, we are tied number 1 in the league in assists per game.
I mean, you just watch it.
30.7 per game. We are tied with,
I'll say Golden State.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Followed by the Toronto Raptors and the Indiana Pacers. Those are the only 4 teams averaging 30 assists.
Golden State is one of those teams that years ago, for many, many years, they track passes.
Yeah.
Like, Steve Kerr will be able to tell you after the game how many times they passed the ball.
Yeah.
It's a big thing with them.
It's a big
right?
thing.
It's a big thing with them. And you know what I love about it is because what you're seeing a lot of in the way the Grizzlies are playing, obviously you're getting consistent paint touches, and then you can either throw it to the cutter, you can throw it to the corner, or you can finish yourself, right? Like, they're putting the new offense, you can see them starting to get more and more and more comfortable as the games go on. But also it is that they're turning. Everybody is evolving into like a team player, right? Where they can make a play off the bounce or they can make the pass. Because what you're seeing is a lot of guys, and I watch a ton of NBA basketball and watch a lot of games, it's that connector pass. It's I get the pass, but maybe I'm not, but I'm doing something with it. Like,
yeah,
I'm
right.
either, and this was the beauty of those old, they called it summertime, but those old San Antonio teams.
2013, 14.
You're
Spurs,
making a decision in a second. I'm doing something in a second. The ball's not sticking, right? I'm doing something in a second. I have an intent. I'm catching the ball. I'm either moving it. I'm putting it on the deck. But what I'm not doing is just standing there dribbling it out, right? And a lot of movement, a lot of baseline cuts, a lot of back doors. They're starting to, I think that, they're playing against another team that was woefully shorthanded the other night, but you can start to see the real catch on, and that's why you get 35 assists, and you also get so many guys playing so well.
Yeah.
You get so many guys playing so well. That is what's uncommon about what we saw this weekend, and hopefully we'll be able to continue against Brooklyn tonight. But you think about if they can catch on to this and they can keep getting, guys that can, when you got guys that can get you a double-double off the bench and you can get you 20 off the bench and you got these random guys that can give you a big boost on a night. And think about what we saw the other night was them down 5 guys. They're down 5 players in that game.
Yeah.
There was no Marcus Smart. There was no Desmond Bane. There was no Gigi Jackson. There was no Vince Williams. There was no Luke Kennard. And they did what they did.
Yep.
So, super promising. Super promising.
And the Sixers, you realize, on the other hand, it's Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George, and they ain't got 2 of them.
Right.
And, yeah.
That's right. They're supposed to get Paul George back tonight, I believe.
Supposed to get Paul George back tonight, yeah.
Right. And I'll get to the Embiid stuff in a little bit. Number 2, college impressed and depressed. Dougie. I got a lot. Okay, I'm gonna start with a weird one because I'm not doing the I'm not gonna do the games yet. This kid for Incarnate Word that caught a bomb, and then for those of you that didn't see, his celly, as they say, celebration. He catches the bomb in the end zone. He runs over to the side, and then he flips himself up on his head so he is completely upright for as long as he can, and he's just on his head, straight up and down, and then just tips over, right?
Yeah.
Just rolls over. By yesterday, Drake London did it, And then Amon-Ra St. Brown did it last night. I mean, you want to talk about how the internet has made the world a small place? A kid in Incarnate Word, here's the clip, on ESPN Plus. It's just somebody that was, I mean, if the guy that posted that on X this weekend doesn't post it, I wonder if the world knows about this. Anyways.
And I love the flag getting thrown right after it.
It's hard. It's hard to pull off a wildly unique celebration that A, no one has done that we know of.
Right.
And B, is so cool that NFL players are mimicking it within 24 hours.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around. It's usually NFL players do it, professional NBA players, professional athletes do it, and then it trickles down to the younger players.
Yep. No. Now the college guys. And frankly, the college guys are getting paid more anyway.
Like usually,
in many cases.
In many cases,
I wonder how many guys are going to make more playing college football. I'm not kidding. Did you see this weekend? Before I get in, I'm sorry. Well, I guess you can put this on Impress. Did you see this weekend that story about the kid Underwood, who's this amazing high school quarterback? He's been like LSU commit forever.
Yeah.
But now he's opened it up. He's like within an hour of Michigan. And Michigan, the bidding is now at like over $5 million.
Oh, gosh.
Man.
I mean, what Tennessee paid Nico more
but
than
to me, I don't know. I mean, I guess, look, he might be the next coming or whatever, right? And I know you're going to get him for 3 years and all this. To me, maybe I'm crazy, but I'd take my $5 million and like do like the Cam Ward thing. Like, all right, you've played college football and are amazing and all right, like that's where I'd be spending my, like. It's very possible you could spend $5 million and like you're just not a kid that translates to college nearly like you thought he would,
and to
or something, right?
To tie that all the way
crazy.
Back around, Cam Ward started at Incarnate Word.
Right. Unbelievable. Yeah. Anyways, all right, college impressed. SMU, they thumped Pitt over the weekend. This is their first year in the ACC. They're 8-1. Yeah. Their only loss is an 18-15 game to BYU.
Which we thought at the beginning of the season because they barely beat Nevada, and then they lost to BYU, and it's like, SMU's not going to be that good. Well, it turns out BYU's really good. So.
Really good.
Yeah.
And now they've gotten in this bigger conference, and look, we knew this when they were playing in Memphis' conference, and anybody that ever went down there knows this. All you have to do is walk through the parking lot one time. They got more money than, SMU is an embarrassing amount of money. So the idea that they could get awesome is not far-fetched, right? Like, if you were going to be in a real conference, which they are now, you're going to play in a real conference, like, money is not an issue. Like that's what makes you so sad about, like, that whole Memphis Pac-12 thing. It's like, yeah, but it's going to cost $20 million to get out, right? Yeah. Like, that is, this isn't even a phone call. That's a text. Hey, man, we can go to the Pac-12. We'll get $20 million. Say less. I'll Venmo you. You know, like, there's just,
I'll Venmo you.
Right? Like,
that's crazy.
That's the way it is at SMU.
Yeah.
So, if you had somebody that had some structure about it, theoretically, you should be able to get all kinds of awesome players. Yeah. And it's in Dallas.
You're
it's a good
Dallas,
school and
oil money.
Yeah, man, they got crazy money. So SMU moving to 8-1 with their only loss being a narrow loss to BYU. Mega impressive. South Carolina, I said on Friday, I said, man, this feels like you are walking into it. How many times have we seen this? Texas A&M, they got patted on the back all week. They blew the doors off LSU in the second half of that game last week. They're in the top 10. Everybody's talking about them in the college football playoff. And now we flipped that game on when you were at the house. And, man, that stadium looked lit.
Oh, it looked crazy.
And it's like, South Carolina is not bad. Like, they could have very well beat Bama.
They probably should have.
Probably should have. We've seen them play really good games this year. Who was it they just went down and thumped? Oklahoma, right? Yeah, they thumped Oklahoma. And
they beat Oklahoma 35-9.
Yeah, they got this really great defensive line.
So these are the two. They've got 3 losses, but they're two of those. So Ole Miss beat them 27-3. Ole Miss beat them sound. The Alabama and LSU losses, a combined 5 points. 36-33. They should have beaten LSU.
Yeah, they got Lenoris, my guy with the glasses that plays quarterback. They got
they very well should have won both of those.
They got Rocket Sanders, and you just saw that environment at South Carolina. It's like a top 10 team coming in, and you saw that line, and you knew the second you saw that line, it's like A&M -3. Yeah, good luck. And
Saturday night,
it big ups to South Carolina.
Yeah.
The craziest one to me, honestly, maybe the most surprised I was by an outcome, and I know there was a bunch of upsets this weekend, but that Louisville thing, Clemson had been rolling since the Georgia game,
That is.
and Louisville's not any good. And Louisville went in there and beat them by double digits. Knocked Clemson out. So they knocked Clemson out. Indiana, obviously impressive. That's just an absolute truck. And now they're going to Michigan next weekend. Man, they're going to truck Michigan. What's the number on it?
let's see.
Yeah. I promise you this. Indiana should be no less. If they are anything less than a touchdown, that is madness.
They're more than a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
-14.
Oh, God.
2 touchdowns, yeah.
Oh, so they're tired of losing Indiana money.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've covered every game.
Every game.
They have literally covered every game.
Well, and they just and that Michigan State game, they just won by 37.
Let's see if it's cheaper anywhere else. Like it may.
You know what I need to happen?
It's 14 or 14 and a half. Yeah.
You know what I need to happen? So it's been a common refrain that this Kirk Cignetti has done like this crazy job there. Just, I mean, otherworldly. And we were on top of this very early thanks to Phil Steele.
Yeah.
Phil Steele came on the show and told us all about Kirk Cignetti and all about the job he was going to do and how that was going to be one of the most improved teams in the country. And the job that he did at James Madison as they moved into FBS was just otherworldly. And so no one, not even Phil Steele, expected this. This is what I need. I need somebody that's like one of these really smart football guys. At some point, it's like, wow, the job Kirk Cignetti's done at Indiana, amazing, right? You just don't see this. And for all the guys out there, he's ruining it for everybody that says it takes time to build a program. Because it does take time to build a program. It does. It takes time.
Yep.
Except for this guy.
Except for him.
So, how? I want the book about it, and I ain't got time for the book now because ain't nobody writing a book this fast. I need somebody to break down, how is he doing this, bro? How? Is it scheme? Is it a type of player he's going and getting? Is it motivation? Is it how many returners? How many guys? I know he brought a group from James Madison
to help establish the
But how do
culture
you
of this
do
is
it?
how we
You know what I'm saying? This should be studied.
Yeah.
Indiana, this is
I want to know where all of their transfers came from and not just James Madison, the James Madison to Indiana, but the other ones. Because he did talk about on College Game Day.
It's still the first time they've played together.
I know.
As a group.
Well, no, I would still even say
and the team stunk.
Right. Well, I would still say even if he's going after other guys outside of James Madison to bring to Indiana, and he says he looks at production over the school you played for or whatever, I'm like, right, but aren't other schools also? You're not the only one doing that.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I saw this video with him, and they were talking about how, you always think about, teams at halftime or whatever, and they ain't playing very well. We used to always say, oh, my gosh, these guys, these Bama kids, they're going to be fearing for their lives at halftime, right? You'd see Saban as he's walking off the field, and he's yelling at Holly Rowe or somebody, right? And it's oh, boy. Cignetti, he says, I see this interview with him, and he talks about how he treats players and how he interacts with players. And he said if they're losing or they're playing poorly or whatever, when he comes into the locker room, he never yells at them. He's never negative about it. He's never I thought this was real fascinating. It's almost like this reverse psychology thing. He's never negative with them, but with their winning big, that's when he's jumping on them and trying to get them to play like it's 0-0.
Yeah.
Right? To not let up. This game is like this. You come out of halftime and this is 0-0. Like that's when he gets like forceful. But when they are not playing well and they're not losing, like he's not screaming down at them. He's screaming when they're winning. I thought it was really fascinating. Anyway, like the whole thing is just so crazy that this guy has pulled this off. 47-10 this weekend.
And they were down 10-0.
When are they gonna like? When's the clinker? Right? Guys might be in the damn college football playoff.
They should be. I mean, I'd imagine.
And they might truck somebody too. Like at some point, it is what it is.
There's a lot
He's
of
lost
teams.
his quarterback and is still winning games.
There's a few teams. Well, the AP poll is out. Indiana's up there now, so
It's amazing.
it is insane. They are man.
Indiana football's never been good. Never. Like no one's
gosh.
ever done that.
Oh my! So I looked at College Game Day's Twitter feed, their X feed, just to see where they're going next week, and there's nothing up there about it. But it just has their last retweet is the AP poll, the new AP poll, and right under that, the post before that is a video of Kirk Herbstreit saying, "Don't sleep on Michigan." The game against Oregon.
Oh, good
that's
grief.
a tough one.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
Also on the impressed Colorado. Now Colorado didn't play, right? But because of what happened this weekend, Kansas State lost
Yeah.
their stupid game to Houston, so they made depressed. Iowa State, who was 11th in the country, nobody even knew this happened, as far as I know. Like it didn't even register.
Yeah, like
they
Texas
lost
Tech-
to Texas Tech.
Texas Tech beat them, scored with 20 seconds left or something.
And
to win.
nobody, did you
Nobody-
see a thing about it?
Well, I don't know anybody who plays for Iowa State. Since
But
Brock
also,
Purdy and
nobody
Brees
was
Hall.
but Iowa State's been a great story this year.
Yeah, nobody noticed.
I didn't even, there wasn't even a thing. No, I don't know. It was
No,
very
you didn't
strange.
hear about it.
They were 11th in the country.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Iowa State lost and Kansas State lost. There's a real path now that Colorado could get in the Big 12 championship game
Okay.
because of that.
Okay.
Dude, we need them in the playoff. We need them in the playoff. Otherwise, we ain't seeing Shador and Travis Hunter in some Bobo Bowl game.
No, we're not.
The only way we'll see them
Is if they make the playoff.
is if they make the playoff.
Yeah.
So let them go ahead and win the Big 12. That would be
Yeah.
fun. Who else? There ain't nobody else in the Big 12 I care about seeing. What, BYU? This is a down Big 12 year, man. You
It
got some
is.
weird, and you got teams that have traditionally been pretty
Oklahoma
good.
State's not good.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Kansas was supposed to be good, and they're terrible.
Has there been a bigger disappointment in the country this year than Ollie Gordon?
Oh,
With how awesome that
I
guy
know.
was last year.
yes.
I mean, just before the season started,
Yes.
you're playing in CAA, and a guy's saying, "Get Ollie Gordon, get him going," and
Maybe it was the future.
maybe it was
that's
the future.
Maybe NCAA
The game
knew.
knew you
I
can't
could not,
get him going.
I can't get him going.
He's really not.
They
that
don't have
good.
enough.
They don't have enough to get him going.
They don't have enough to get him going. Also, and this should have been number one on Impressed, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, shout out Vandy.
Diego Pavia owns Hugh Freeze.
Owns Hugh Freeze.
6-3. 6-3 now, Vanderbilt. Let me tell you something. You watch some of that game.
Dude, they were better than Auburn. They're just better than them.
I'm like, yo, Tennessee fans have all marked that up as a win. You better watch out.
You better watch out.
Vandy's good.
Because I've watched Tennessee play football the last couple of weeks, and it is woof.
They're lucky they're playing Kentucky. And Vanderbilt run out.
So him and you could use that for depress, the two quarterbacks. Him and the kid from Florida getting hurt. Both of those guys.
I've got him on there. Also, I got to throw out Ole Miss because 63-31.
Man, they smashed Arkansas.
Man, Arkansas falling apart.
What is that?
LSU and Ole Miss just boned them.
Yeah,
Terrible.
after they
Terrible.
they killed Mississippi State in between them. Mississippi State's not great, but
so weird.
Mississippi State played Georgia tough.
And I know Taylor Green went out, but look, he didn't give up no 63.
Yeah, that's
and
defense.
that Jordan Watkins, 8 catches, 254 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the greatest fantasy college football games ever.
Yeah.
8 for 254 and 5 touchdowns. That's great. A receiver getting 5 touchdowns is so hard to pull off.
It is. It really is.
That is hard. But I guess not when he scores 63, because they still had 4 more touchdowns after that. You got his 5, and then you got 4 more touchdowns.
4 more after, yeah.
Amazing.
Come on,
amazing.
Arkansas.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad look for
John Hogg was ready to show up today.
You can't get beat by no 30 at home. D-Press, college football D-Press. This is still number 2. Penn State, same as it always was.
Yeah, and James Franklin arguing with fans after the game in the stands. Like, come on, man.
I will say, I thought it was funny that he asked that kid his name and the kid just walked away.
That is, yeah.
He's like, what's your name? Stand on business, bro.
Stand on business.
Stand on business. Tell him your name.
But
USC going under 500, 4-5, lost to Washington. We watched the end of that game.
Shout out Jessica
Miller
Benson.
Moss couldn't get it
there.
done. Yeah, sorry to Jess.
She was there.
That was tough. We flipped it on just to watch it. Navy losing to Rice.
Yeah.
By 2 touchdowns. And now Memphis plays Rice this week on Friday night. Watch out for Kurt Warner's kid. Florida losing DJ Lagway. That sucked. Because then the kid they brought in, whose name was coincidentally Warner, the Florida quarterback that came in that game, not that Lagway was some great shakes, but at least he can run the ball. The guy that came in, Warner, he was 7 for 22 for 66 yards and a pick.
Yeah, it's a tough one to throw a kid into. He's playing against Georgia's defense.
Tough.
Because, I mean, you look at what they did to, like, Quinn Ewers in Texas. It's like, man, to just throw a kid out there with no reps, like, that's a nightmare.
Then Iowa State, Kansas State. We mentioned those already. Those both make the list. And then my beloved Cornhuskers. Just disgusting. Losing at home to UCLA. What happened to the ruler? The ruler's he's not getting it done right now.
Yeah.
He's gotta rally the troops. Maybe it'll be Baby Mahomes' second year that things get going. But geez, that is disappointing. And then look, by far and away the most depressing thing was Memphis. That's just abominable. I mean, to lose
to that team,
to San Antonio and not score in the second half, and to have the receiver that's killing them, Blankumsey, has 2 touchdowns and 150 yards or whatever in the first half, and then wrecks his knee by trying to do the Ronaldo celebration. I mean, that is just... Getting hurt celebrating is the worst.
I mean, you always think of the Grammatica kid.
Yes.
That's what you always think of, him celebrating, making a field goal, and then spraining his ankle doing it.
Or more recently, Dre Greenlaw.
He was trying to run on the field. He wasn't celebrating. He was running on the field. Change that game, too.
Huh?
Change that game.
Look. That was as bad a scenario as could have happened this weekend, where you've got Memphis loses their receiver in like horrendously embarrassing fashion by doing the Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And his knee, I mean, the announcer was like, oh! And you could tell immediately. Losing your receiver like that and not scoring at all in the second half, and Navy getting, which is your only loss, getting drilled by Rice, and Seth Hennigan coming after the game talking about crowd noise, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that is like...
Crowd noise?
Play in the Alamo Dome. There's nobody there.
Crowd noise? Like, we watched the South Carolina Texas A&M game,
dude,
and it's like... Crowd noise?
It's why,
You mean that one guy in section 117 that was like, "You suck," again?
You suck it again.
That's crazy.
It'd be like the dude.
Hey, I can't hear the play. Boo Tigers. What? Hold on. I can't hear the play. Our cadences are all off because of all this crowd noise. Boo! You suck, Memphis. What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. The crowd noise. I was like, bro, just say we sucked.
That that coach did the money thing earlier in the week.
Yeah.
With his press conference, he did the money thing. I wonder if he used that as a little motivation for his team.
Yeah.
That's a team full of guys. They think they're better than you. They make more money than you, so they're better.
They make more money than you.
I
Oh, you think he did the rich man, poor man?
I guarantee you he did. I bet he did. Jeff Traylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knocked those $100 bills out of Seth Hennigan's pockets.
Yeah, you hit him so hard.
He drops his money.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I bet he did something like that. That game was
horrendous.
For it to be tied 24 at halftime, and then I look up and because I was watching Ohio State Penn State, I text you and Devin. I'm like, wait, if they haven't scored in the second half, he's like, nope. Why? How?
The only thing worse than being in this conference is losing in this conference.
True. That's really why we want out of it.
I would rather, if I'm going to lose, at least let me lose to Boise.
Yeah.
And
I can handle losing to
Genty.
I can handle losing to Fresno State too.
Fine.
I can live with that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But we lose to basketball to Rice. We lose to UTSA. Did we beat UTSA last year? I feel like UTSA has owned us. I can't remember. Was that still Frank Harris? Or we didn't play them last year, did we?
I don't know. Let's see. It was Frank Harris last year. Last year was his last season. Let's see. What is this? This is 2024, right? So 2023.
Oh, the king of Google.
Shut up. I'm at the FBS. I love this FBS schedule page. We did not play them last year.
We didn't? So the year before?
2022, UTSA, we didn't play them in 2022 either.
So we played them in 21?
21's probably the year where we blew the 21-0 lead.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's Frank Harris.
Yeah, we lost 31-28. Yep, we're up 21-0.
Oh, no.
That's the one I bet on the Roadrunners.
Yeah, the Roadrunners own us.
Yeah.
Dang, dog.
Jeff, by the way, 2021 was also coached by Silverfield. Jeff Traylor owns you.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll knock out the last few. Chris Vernon Show.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
At Southland Casino Hotel, it's time to work hard, play hard with our $500,000 giveaway. Earn entries October through November 9th and take home free play and amazing prizes on select Saturdays, including a big rig. Stay connected on social media for weekly drawing clues. Join us November 9th for the grand finale drawing where you could drive off in a four-wheeler, side-by-side, or big rig. Work hard and play harder at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Yellow laces, really bright yellow primary color. You got black on the trim and on the edges.
I gotta get 'em.
And you got some red there as well. Look at that right there, Mike. Look at that right there.
Man, look at that G. Look at that G, boy. That G is moving strong right there, too, man.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Dinosaur draft.
Give me Littlefoot.
Littlefoot's a great pick
It
in your
is,
alternate
damn
reality.
right.
in your fake dinosaur draft because
I'm
you don't
sorry.
believe in real
I'm sorry.
dinosaurs. Give me a velociraptor. It's so cute and so scary.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
a real velociraptor.
That's not a chicken.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
If I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
One of the things I really do like about the history of the Memphis Grizzlies is that we have people who have moved here and stayed here. I like how much some of those guys have not only made millions here and won games here, but spent real time here and raised children here.
Yes.
And become a real part of the community.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
John Cena was spilling life lessons on this stream, bro. So the best thing I watched all week, John Cena on the Cassinet stream. By the way, he stole your hairdo. You got to make a phone call.
I was about to say, you showed me a little bit of this clip because I saw the messy room, and the only thing I could see is John Cena's hair. I mean, come on, bro.
he stole your bar.
It's
he stole
literally identical.
He stole your flow, bar for bar, word for word.
How is mine more gray than his, though?
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I've been speeding on that
All right, we're back.
train
Chris
that would
Vernon
bring me
Show.
back
All
up
right, let's knock these out. Let's get back to 10 things. Number 3, NFL impressed and depressed. All right, on the impressed, where do I begin? I'll go Lions. I think they're fantastic, man. I mean, that was a big game in the afternoon yesterday. You know, this was one of those where it's like, okay, now they got to go play a division rival. And let's see what they're about. They go win that, and they go win that.
Weather.
Yeah, they go win that double digits. You know what I mean? They lost what I think many people would argue is their best player.
Yeah.
I know they got Penn Sewell, and they've got Monra, and they've got, look, the two-headed monster at running back is fantastic.
They're awesome.
They are awesome,
They got
man.
talent everywhere.
All over, but I mean,
and they got the best offensive line in the league.
And they've lost Aiden Hutchinson. They've lost Jamison Williams. I mean, those are big losses for other teams, right? And
they're about to trade for Zadarius Smith.
I was watching the Fox pregame show. Carissa Thompson got that dude to well up. Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
She got him to well up.
Talking about what?
Jared Goff said you are the best leader he's ever been around. And he was like, just wanted so much for these guys. I mean, he really he's
awesome.
he's like I can't express to you how much I love this group and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He is awesome, man. You know, it all started off with him talking about biting people's kneecaps and stuff, and now he's like,
if they win the Super Bowl,
who wouldn't want to play for him?
If they win the Super Bowl, like they for real will build a statue of Dan Campbell. It does not matter if he doesn't win another game; they will build a statue of him outside that stadium.
Devontae Smith's grab and Saquon Barkley's leap. You know I'm not Mr. Eagle by any means, but my God. I had that game on yesterday. Both of those plays. First, very rarely, we got red zone, so you see everything now.
The Saquon play.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I've never seen that.
Yeah,
very
the
rarely can
Saquon
you say
play
I've
was-
never seen something. Like Devontae Smith's one-handed catch in the end zone, it was crazy. But I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen guys do that
I've seen Devontae Smith make one-handed catches before.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
A reverse jumping over someone is just I don't even. That's unthinkable. It's unthinkable, honestly. Like I wouldn't even believe it happened if you tried to. If you imagine me trying to describe that to someone. You're trying to describe what just happened. I'd love to hear the radio call of it because it's like
it's crazy.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
Tyler Bass hitting a 61-yarder to win the game against Miami. 61's long. Andy missed an extra point earlier. But just a monster clutch kick in a division game.
That fourth quarter of Bills Dolphins was awesome. They said the last 7 possessions of the game there were scores. Between
Is that
both
right?
teams. Last 7 possessions there were
Oh,
scores.
wow.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens, just a truck right now. My
God.
God.
When I was at your place Saturday night, we both called that.
Yep, we were saying, I had looked up, these guys always post the most bets or, the percentage bets. And the public, for whatever reason, was all over Broncos.
Like plus 8.5
and then, plus 8. And I was like, that one feels like a like that. Okay, the Ravens will just truck them. And then I get up Sunday morning, and then I really knew. You know why? It was 9.
It went to 9, yeah.
I was like, okay. Because the guy posted that it was like 70% of the bets on one of those sites were on the Broncos plus 8.
But it's going the other way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Something's wrong. Something's wrong here.
Ravens are about to maul them.
And they did. On the deep press side, I mean, what do you want me to say? My quarterback said it all. We effing suck. He said it.
It's not just that.
He said it.
There is news that just came out.
Great news
about him.
Oh, what
about
is
Dak
it? Torn
Prescott.
hamstring, and he's out for the year.
He's out for several weeks.
Oh, several weeks. Okay, great, cool. So now it's gonna be Cooper Rush.
So some people are saying he didn't say that we effing suck, and that he's saying the refs effing suck. I heard that opine.
Oh, really? Well, I disagree.
I don't know. Dak doesn't seem like the type to say that.
I don't know.
He seems smart enough to know that there are going to be cameras on me at all times.
Am I gonna get a little Trey Lance action?
Hey, could be fun.
Hey, one heartbeat away, as they say.
What's going to happen? You're not going to win? Play him.
My team is terrible.
You got to play the Eagles next week.
I've been
Who
out.
all of a sudden look awesome.
I've been out on this. I got to text you guys yesterday, and I said, look now, you don't get to jump on me now. I told you week 2.
Yeah. That we
got
suck.
beat. We gave up 47 points to the Saints. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's...
No Cooks, no Parsons, no Lawrence, no Diggs, no Bland, they stink.
Yeah.
They don't have talent either. They don't have they don't have all their guys. And then even when they do have all their guys, they weren't any good.
They don't have a ton of talent.
It's like, well, I mean, they do. The defensive side should be.
The defense
like if you had
does.
if you had Parsons, Lawrence, Diggs, and Bland,
you got talent.
You got 2 great pass rushers and 2 outstanding corners.
Yeah.
That goes a long way towards being good, at least on one side of the ball.
Yeah.
The offense has been abysmal all year. And then Ezekiel Elliott, basically gets suspended from the team because he won't show up to meetings. It's like great vet leadership.
Yeah.
They're awful. They're awful. And
You're going to get a good draft pick, though.
Huh?
You're going to get a good draft pick.
Ashton Genty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say you, Travis Hunter, but.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take him too. Can he play everything?
I mean, yeah, I think he might be able to play everything.
All right, we'll do that. I mean, they'll lose next week too.
Yeah, you're playing the Eagles.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, like, we know now why, like, Mike Vrabel was so pissed off when the Titans traded A.J. Brown and didn't pay him. Dude, look at that Eagles offense when he plays versus when he doesn't play.
Well, he went out yesterday, right?
And they're not as good without him on
Yeah.
the field. Like, their offense is so much better when he plays. I was talking to our social media
He's
guy,
gravity.
Luke is an Eagles fan, and he used to say
He's gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity.
Gravity.
Gravity. Saints fired Dennis Allen.
They did.
Boy, you lose to the Panthers, you get fired. That's the way it goes.
It's a tough one. Wait, who won the Titans-Patriots game?
Overtime, the Titans. Drake May threw a pick.
That's good for the Titans that the Panthers at least won. They both have 2 wins now.
Yeah.
I said this is a battle for who's going to get Shador #1 overall.
So the Panthers beating the Saints got the guy fired. And also on the depressed Derek Carr, he was so sad that Michael Thomas trashed him on Twitter.
Man.
He's like, I've had tons of teammates over the years, and I've never had a problem with any of them. The guy just doesn't like me. And it hurts me when he does that. He has my phone number. I've had the same phone number forever.
So
there's like, it's so weird.
There's a couple of things here with Derek Carr. I'll give you 2 early NFL notes. Derek Carr is the first quarterback in NFL history to lose to all 31 teams now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to lose to 31 other teams.
Congrats.
Yeah. Derek Carr now.
You can't. And the other thing, it's always nice to have an unbreakable record. Like, you can't break that.
This is going to be a tough one, too. Derek Carr is the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. And their head coach, Dennis Allen, just got fired.
Yeah.
In 2014, Dennis Allen was the head coach of the then Oakland Raiders, and his quarterback was Derek Carr.
Oh, wow. Got the guy fired twice?
And he got fired. Yeah. Both mid-season.
Wow. He ain't getting a Christmas card.
That is,
wow. Geno
tough.
Smith's 103-yard pick six to nobody. That makes depressed. That was crazy. That pick, I mean, it's one thing to throw a pick in the end zone. It's one thing to throw a pick in the end zone to nobody.
Yeah.
He just threw it right to the guy. That was crazy. Yeah, you got anything else that should be on depressed?
Yeah, okay, so, you know, the talk with the Chiefs is, like, the receivers are not that great or whatever. Dude, that guy for the Rams, every time I see the Rams make that DeMarcus Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
He played for the Chiefs, and, like, they got rid of him. I swear every time I see, he caught the game-winning touchdown yesterday. Every time I watch the Rams play, this guy makes an amazing catch. And I'm like, didn't the Chiefs have that guy?
Well, in fairness, when you're out there with Cooper Kupp and
Puka got thrown out.
I know, he did get thrown out of the game. And Tutu Atwell.
Tutu Atwell. He killed us earlier this year.
I mean, Stafford's been good to receivers over the years.
He has.
If you get open, that joker finds you.
As long as you keep him upright, man, Stafford, he's got a cannon.
A cannon. Number 4. Memphis Tigers play tonight in basketball. They play against the Missouri Tigers. And it's a home game. So the first time you get to see the Memphis Tigers up close and personal, and you're going to need to see them up close and personal so you know who they are.
I'll be there.
Because they posted a promo for it today on Twitter, and me and my crew were absolutely befuddled as to who the person was. Turns out it was Jared Harris.
Oh, Tyler's brother.
I'm unfamiliar with Jared Harris.
Oh, is he not Tyler Harris's brother?
What is can you look at what's the line on this? Because KenPom's got it 78-73. 78-73.
College basketball odds. What time's the game? 7.
Dennis Gates is the coach at Missouri. Dennis Gates. Now, last year, Oh, my God. Bruh. Ain't no way. Okay, so I guess you never know what teams are going to be upcoming. So let's see. You know, you're about to go to Memphis, Missouri tonight. You said, Rosa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The line.
Yeah.
The line is 4.5.
All right. KenPom's got it 5.
Yeah.
All right. You never know because of all the transfers and guys bringing in or whatever else. Do you have any idea what Missouri was last year?
They were terrible.
8-24.
Yeah. We beat them at the beginning of the year and everybody got excited.
Missouri.
It's just like when we got excited about beating Florida State in football this year.
Dude, I swear I did not know this. Missouri on December 9th played Kansas of last year, okay?
Yeah.
They lost to Kansas. Then they played Seton Hall. They lost to Seton Hall. Then they played Illinois. They got drilled by Illinois. Then on December 30th, Missouri played Central Arkansas. And they beat them. And that was the last game that they won.
No!
December 30th.
They have not won a game in 2024.
They have not won a basketball game in 2024. They lost every game from Georgia through the end of the season. They bookended with Georgia. So they played Georgia in their first SEC game, and then they played Georgia in the first round of the SEC tournament and lost both of those. And they lost every single game in between. Every game. That's
no, technically, okay.
That's unfathomable.
The only game they played so far this year is an exhibition, so it does not count.
No.
Yeah. They beat Lincoln 90-45.
That is unfathomable.
That's crazy.
They lost every single game from January on?
Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, by the way, hey, Roser.
Yeah.
When they beat Central Arkansas, they were 8-5 going into SEC play. I told you they ended 8-24. They lost 19 games in a row to end the season. 19 straight. Wouldn't you play good one game?
You would think.
Wouldn't you just get tired of it?
Or like some team just totally takes you lightly and does not care, and you sneak up on them. How the Panthers win games yesterday. Like, it just,
They were 8-5 and ended the season 8-24.
Yeah.
All right, you got to get this one.
You got to get this.
You got to get this one tonight, Tigers. I mean, there's no way around it. You got to get this one. That's terrible. So it's 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
You're going.
Nah, man.
Johnny Tiger.
Yeah. I committed to this a couple of weeks ago before I knew the Grizzlies were playing.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to the Grizzlies schedule. I was like, well, the Grizzlies aren't home that night, so yeah, I'll go to the Tigers game. I'm like, yeah, we're playing Brooklyn. By the way, this should be an early night for the Grizzlies. It's a 7 o'clock game.
What do you mean?
On the East Coast. East Coast games are usually 6 o'clock here, 6:30.
Is that true?
Yeah. I even looked on our app. The Grizzlies app says 7 o'clock.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure enough, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Because I was thinking, I was like, well, the Tigers game's at 7. I'll at least get to see, like, most of the first half of the Grizzlies game before I get over to the Tigers game. But no, they start at the same time.
Weird.
Yeah.
Are there not? Yeah, I don't get that. Because even like when I was looking at Wednesday's schedule is like there's like a Hawks game at 6:30. You figure at worst it'd be 6:30, right? I don't know.
Did they have something going on at Barclays? They may have like a college basketball game or something earlier today. I don't know. College basketball started. There's a bunch of college games going on all day.
Yeah, right.
So.
Number 5, NBA Weekend. So there's a couple things that took place. You had Drake and his boys standing, trying to intimidate DeMar DeRozan on the side of the, standing next to the bench, and which was maybe the funniest thing ever. Like DeMar DeRozan cares, and then Drake going on the Raptors broadcast saying that if they ever retire DeMar DeRozan's number, that he'll go up there and tear it down.
And then DeMar DeRozan says, well, it's a long way to go. Get up there.
So petty. You had Christian Brown dunking on Rudy Gobert, and then Rudy Gobert getting truly the fear of God in his eyes as Russell Westbrook took a running start at him, which is maybe the most I've laughed in a long time. First, Christian Brown hammering on him, and then him getting aggressive with Christian Brown only to look up and look like he was scared for his life as Russell Westbrook was running at him. Look, I mean, I guess you got to be a little gun-shy after Draymond got you last year and put your ass in a headlock. You might have gotten a Westbrook headlock, too. Joel Embiid got mad at a reporter in the locker room and then shoved him?
Yeah, shoved him. The NBA's looking into it.
NBA spokesperson tells ESPN we are aware of the reports of the incident in the Sixers locker room this evening, commencing an investigation. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Someone who's been in a bazillion locker rooms over the years, this is my sense of things. I don't know. This was one of the great tamp this downs by any team I have ever seen in my life. One guy tweeted out that happened. One guy. And no one has posted a video.
That's what I have wondered.
No, that's a tamp down.
That is a. How is there not video of this?
Anybody that's been in any locker room.
There's video cameras all in the locker room.
And you don't think that they don't have video of this interaction? If you got a reporter and a player yelling at each other,
especially in Philadelphia,
every time a player ever yelled at a media member in Memphis, it's on camera, bro. Famously, you ain't writing nothing, homeboy. I mean, that's the way it is. As soon as they open the locker room, there's people with cameras.
Yes.
It's the way it is. This happened. Like, unless they were off in the side room, but evidently this happened in the locker room. Because I heard a guy telling a story about it, and he was saying, and so this is one of those where I think probably they said, like, hey, everybody wants their access to be good and be able to be in these locker rooms and whatever. Okay? And I think they all like Joel Embiid, too. And I also think they probably thought that, like, they may all not like the guy that got pushed. The column he wrote, bringing up his dead brother.
Yeah,
it's push-worthy, bro.
Yeah.
You get what you get. I understand. Look, you can't put your hands on a guy. You can't.
Yeah.
I got it. I understand.
I think that's how most people feel.
You can't do it. I understand. You can't do it.
Understand it.
And if I was that dude, I'd show up in the biggest damn neck brace in the world.
Yeah.
No, I mean, seriously, though. You can't do that.
There's another one of these that is making the rounds. There's a columnist, I think it was in Sacramento, when Boogie Cousins was there.
Yeah.
And a columnist had written something about DeMarcus Cousins and something about DeMarcus Cousins' brother who had gotten arrested for something or whatever. And Cousins flipped out on him. And when Cousins walked away, he said, say whatever you want to say about me. Just leave my family out of it.
Yeah.
Just say whatever you want to say about me, but do not talk about my brother. Do not talk
which
about
I totally
anybody in
get.
my family.
I totally get it. When I read the article, because of course that got passed around after this happened, I was like, "Jeez, what?"
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Like, it was so far beyond the pale. Like, it's so far beyond what I would have imagined. Like you rip guys all the time, but like as soon as I read it, I got this like sick feeling in my stomach. Like, dude,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Because now you're taking it past.
What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with what is wrong with you?
Like what in the world?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
you know that's the worst moment in his life, and you're bringing that up to talk about him not playing through injury or something. Like, bro, enough. I understand what it was. I understand how heated it made him, but boy, they protected Embiid on this.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in that locker room. One guy tweeted about it.
I wonder if media.
That was so weird.
I wonder if there's also cooperation. Clearly, there's cooperation from media with the organization. Because I wonder if there's a lot of the media outlets that also they probably agree with Joel Embiid on this. That column was way too far. You went way too far with it.
I think they're looking out for Joel.
Yeah.
Because how is there no video of this? How is there? And no one else said a word about it. Nobody tweeted about it. One guy, Pompey on Sixers or whatever.
Yeah. Who said he punched him?
He said that.
Yeah.
And that turned into he shoved him.
And if he punched him,
where's the video?
I want to see that video. Because, like, Joel Embiid, we've both seen him up close. That is a massive human being.
Yep. Crazy. Also, want to mention, after we saw last week this ridiculous Damian Lillard performance here, he backed it up with a 10-3 game. Superstar level stuff. And they still lost.
Yeah.
They had over 70-something points combined between him and Giannis, and lost on Donovan Mitchell's game winner. Crazy.
They play them again tonight, don't they?
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's a back-to-back.
Bucks, Cleveland?
Yeah, they're in Cleveland tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Big weekend, though. Big weekend, to say the least. All right, take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll knock out the last five on the other side. Chris Vernon Show.
John Cena was spilling life lessons on this stream, bro. So the best thing I watched all week, John Cena on the Cassinet stream. By the way, he stole your hairdo. You got to make a phone call.
I was about to say, you showed me a little bit of this clip because I saw the messy room, and the only thing I could see is John Cena's hair. I mean, come on, bro.
He stole your bar.
It's
he stole
literally identical.
He stole your flow, bar for bar, word for word.
How is mine more gray than his, though?
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Dinosaur draft.
Give me Littlefoot.
Littlefoot's a great pick
It
in your
is.
alternate
Damn
reality.
right.
in your fake dinosaur draft because
I'm
you don't
sorry.
believe in real
I'm sorry.
dinosaurs. Give me a velociraptor. It's so cute and so scary.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
a real velociraptor.
That's not a chicken.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You know, we got to talk about Scottie Pippen Jr. Scottie has inked that contract, and he is now officially off the two-way. He is a member of the regular rotation.
Well-deserved, from my opinion. Like, he straight up earned this one from all the time put in last season with the injuries to Summer League.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Yellow laces, really bright yellow primary color. You got black on the trim and on the edges.
I gotta get 'em.
And you got some red there as well. Look at that right there, Mike. Look at that right there.
Man, look at that G. Look at that G, boy. That G is moving strong right there, too, man.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
The 3 big beats this week. One was root for points in honor of John Roser. How about that Miami-Louisville game?
Good
Crushed
grief.
the over, which was 60. Finished with 97 total points, 52-45. Meanwhile, the Academy's covering again, both Army and Navy, getting the job done.
This.
Army, best start since 96.
America.
Navy crushed Charlotte. They're ranked 23rd and 24th in the country.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Let's knock these out. Before we get back into it, I do want to mention shouts to our homie Robbie Weaver down in the video department who told us that because of the election tomorrow night, you may have heard the United States of America is going to have a presidential election tomorrow. Yeah. But because of the election, and that is election night, the NBA is off. There are no games. So everybody plays tonight, and the games are all staggered 15 minutes. Thus, answering your question of why the heck is the Grizzlies-Brooklyn game at 7 p.m. Central when it would typically always be a game that is at 6 p.m. Central when we play in Brooklyn. So by virtue of the election being tomorrow evening, that is why the game is at 7 p.m. our time tonight. What is that? Is that
Why did you kind of sound like Jiminy Glick there?
Because I was trying to.
7 p.m. Justin Timberlake.
Oh, I just love NSYNC, especially Justin Timberlake.
Bring Jiminy Glick back.
Yeah, hey,
Comedy Central needs to have Jiminy Glick on election coverage.
Wait, is Memphis on ESPN Plus?
Yeah, they are. Tigers are, yeah.
Tigers?
Yeah,
right.
Tigers on ESPN.
So we got Grizzlies and Tigers, though, at the same time going on tonight. All right. Because of the election.
Plan accordingly.
Okay. All right, let's knock out these last 5. What'd you watch? Okay. So I actually have a couple of things.
I do too. Well, I've got one thing.
Okay. So I watched football Saturday, and then you came over on Saturday evening and we watched the Grizzlies and we watched football. And then Sunday, boy, that daylight savings messed me up. And then, but I watched football, and I was mad about it, watching the Cowboy game. And then I watched those afternoon games, Detroit, Green Bay, and then I watched Red Zone on the other to watch those all wrap up, the Rams and the Seahawks and everything else. And so anyways, that all got wrapped up about 6:15 or something. There's like an hour until there's the Sunday Night Football game was coming on. And we had talked on Friday about how dismal Colts-Vikings was. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to.
Didn't want to watch Flacco v. Darnold.
I don't want to watch it. And I'm not gonna.
All right.
I said, I never watch anything else except for sports. But Colts-Vikings, you've done it.
Yeah.
So I flipped around to see if there's any other NBA games I really wanted to watch. I was like, I don't know. I'm going to be watching NBA all tomorrow night. It's like, all right, let me fire up this Netflix. See if there's anything. Because for everybody out there that has a family, I had a Netflix account. And what happened is it got destroyed. It was the top one. So everybody always clicked on it. So if you ever went to my Netflix, it'd be like friggin' kid crap. It'd be chick flicks. It might be an anime show that my son watched. I'm like, I don't care about any of it. So I did the best thing I've ever done about 6 months ago. I created a very bottom account. So you would have to scroll forever to just get to it. And I said, and I made it my account at the very bottom. It started from scratch. And I gotta tell you, the algorithm, and when I get done watching something, I participate in the not for me, like it, love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I do too.
I participate in that.
Yeah.
And so now, it's curated so well. It's starting to know me very well. So anyways, I don't know, how often do you watch Netflix? Would you say rarely or ever?
Yeah, it's
not often?
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
a lot?
At least a couple times a week. I turn
a couple times.
I'm not saying I always watch something on it. I go to Netflix multiple times a week to see if there's anything new that I want to see.
My buddy told me I gotta watch the 04 Red Sox thing, that it's awesome. That was the thing at the very top for me.
Okay.
It's called The Comeback. It's a 3-episode thing about the 2004 Red Sox.
Right.
It's a 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And they've got everybody in it. Jeter, Pedro, everybody talking. Yeah. Kevin Millar, the whole thing. He said it's great. I haven't watched it yet. Anyways, scroll down. There is a thing that pops up, and it's like for you or whatever, right? Have you seen this thing? Is this popped up on your screen? It says The Comeback. Oh, wait.
You just were talking about that.
The Comeback. No,
the Red Sox
not
thing.
the Comeback. What the hell's the name of the damn thing? The Turnaround.
No.
You haven't seen this. The Turnaround. So I started watching, and I'm like, what is this? Sports thing.
Right.
And I click on it, and it says, it runs like the little trailer thing. And it says it's 25 minutes documentary. I'm like, what? 25-minute documentary? Bro, you got to watch this thing. I didn't know what I was getting into. It's about the Phillies. All right? And the Phillies signed, I didn't know this story. I don't keep up. The Phillies signed Trey Turner a couple years ago, remember, from the Dodgers. And Trey Turner, they paid him over $300 million. And the whole story goes, Trey Turner was like horrendous and making errors and dropped all the way down to like 8th or something in the lineup. Like all this stuff, right? Like he dropped in the lineup, people booing, right? Philly fans. They paid him over $300 million. He's having he's terrible, like bad. And season long. This is in we're the end of July, beginning of August. This guy posts on TikTok, hey, everybody out there, Philly fans, just hear me out. Tonight and this weekend, our boy Trey is struggling. He's struggling. I can see it. He's in his own head. This guy needs to get back going. What I want everybody to do is every time Trey Turner comes up to bat, we need to give him a standing ovation. We need to give him a standing ovation every time Trey Turner comes up to bat. The damn thing goes viral. It becomes a topic on local radio, the whole thing. And long story short, Trey Turner comes up to bat, and the whole crowd stands up. It gives him a standing ovation. And then you can watch the rest. It's great.
Okay.
It's 25 minutes.
All right.
And the guy, it really becomes a story about him, who has his own horrible demons with mental health. And he's the one that posted the TikTok.
Okay.
A guy that's consistently down on himself, goes to a therapist like look, I'm not gonna spoil it for everybody. It's called The Turnaround. It's on Netflix. It's 25 minutes. So it's literally no amount of time. It's less than a half an hour. And it's great, and you'll never forget it. That's what I'd say. I got emotional in 25 minutes. You know, I don't care about the Phillies. But it's fun to watch. I didn't know the story.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure everybody in Philly rolls their eyes about it. But the story, it's a cool one. It's cool. It's only 25 minutes long. And then the other one that I watch, because they know I love all this true crime and this kind of stuff. Have you seen the promotion for Sweet Bobby?
No.
Evidently, Sweet Bobby was a huge podcast, of which I was unaware. And it's about this, I believe she's Hindu or whatever. Anyway, it's a catfish story.
Okay.
It's about an hour and a half, and it's worth watching, but it's pretty, I don't like the catfish stuff, man.
Yeah.
It really creeps me out, right? I got it. It scares me that it's nonfiction, right? These people falling in love with these other people only to find out what they fell in love with was not
real.
What they fell in love with. And this one's got some wild twists to it, too.
Yeah.
But evidently it was a huge podcast called Sweet Bobby. It was worth watching.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing, I think it was an hour and 20 minutes. So I picked two short ones. Those are the only things I watched last night. But I would say, I didn't put I loved it. I put I liked it.
Yeah.
But it's worth watching, and it's certainly something I'll remember just because it's just a crazy, crazy story. And I understand how it would have been a very, very popular podcast, to say the least. But anyway, Netflix delivered. They did good by me. I almost clicked on that Zodiac boy. Oh, you haven't seen that? It dropped.
What?
This is the Zodiac speaking.
The Zodiac Killer?
Yes!
From
Yes, Zodiac.
Okay.
They found, they discovered the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, they did?
A couple years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
But it's called This is the Zodiac Speaking. Oh, it's crazy.
All right.
I mean, the trailer. The trailer looks amazing.
Then I need to watch
But
that.
it's 3 episodes. So I was like, too big of a commitment, because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start this damn thing, and I'm going to have to see it all tonight. And then I ain't going to sleep well because I'm thinking about the damn Zodiac Killer. That's an early afternoon, morning. That's one of those. I don't think I want to watch it late at night.
I understand that.
He creeps me out, bro.
Well, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
He's the Zodiac Killer.
Bro, he got away with it, too.
Yeah. Forever.
He really just got away with it. That movie with Jake Gyllenhaal is awesome.
I haven't seen that one. That's Zodiac. It's David Fincher did it.
Yeah.
He's a freaking awesome director.
Dude, that movie is awesome.
Okay. I need to
You
watch
never saw that? Nope. Even I saw that, and that damn thing's 3 hours long.
Yeah, that's impressive for you.
Great, though.
Yeah.
Great. All right, go ahead.
The Penguin.
Oh.
I finished. I got caught up. There's
How many are they in?
There's only one episode left in the season. It's 8 episodes in the season.
So you're 7 in?
I'm 7 in. It's freaking awesome.
You love it.
I don't watch. I don't know a ton of other television shows out right now. I would venture to say it's probably of shows on television right now, I'd venture to say it's probably top 3, top 5.
You love it.
Yeah, Colin Farrell's awesome.
Is every episode good?
Yes, every episode's great. Some better than others, but yes, they're all great. Who's the Kristen Milotti?
Hold on, let me get a little
Falcone.
Let me see a little Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, Rotten Tomatoes, 94% from critics, 91 from the audience. Yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
You love it.
It's great. Yes.
The Penguin gets high marks.
It's him, his building his reign in Gotham, how he did it. It's awesome. It is. It's absolutely worth watching.
Colin Farrell. Anybody else in there I'll know?
Some people you will recognize. You won't know their names, but you'll be like, oh, I've seen that person in other TV shows or movies before.
Is Batman in it?
No.
He's not?
No.
Is Joker?
No.
Catwoman?
No.
Riddler?
Yes. Well, kind of.
Who else?
The Riddler is a terrorist.
Robin?
No.
Is it?
It's all about,
Bane?
No. It's about the Penguins' rise to power in the city. So it's the crime families, the Falcones and the Maronis, their feud, and him. He's worked for both, and yeah.
And it's great.
It's awesome. And it is 100% worth watching.
But who's good? The cops?
No.
They're not good.
There are no good guys.
Nobody's good. It's just dark.
No, it is very dark.
Oh, okay.
Very dark is like.
But it's not. There's no good versus evil in this.
No, they're all bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all bad.
It's evil versus evil.
But you root for the Penguin.
You root for him.
He's bad, yeah. He's bad. Or you could root for Sophia Falcone. Kristen Milotti. She is freaking amazing.
Okay.
And she's going to get nominated. And I think Colin Farrell will get nominated too. I could see Golden Globes, Emmys, not Emmy nominations for them.
Number 7. College basketball starting. So as you mentioned, there have been games going on throughout the day. There are games going on throughout the day. And then there are certainly games going on this evening. So in addition to Memphis playing here at FedEx Forum, guess who else debuts tonight as a regular season player? It's on ACC Network.
Oh, Cooper Flagg.
He's at 6.
He is.
So that's at 6.
They play Maine.
Cooper Flagg's at 6. You got Gonzaga Baylor is late. God, when I saw the start time of that, I'm like, okay, after daylight savings, you got to be kidding me.
I remember when Calipari was here, we played that 11 p.m. game against Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
All right, so forget AP, forget coaches poll, whatever, right? With college basketball starting tonight, I want you to take a crack at this. I'm going to pull up KenPom's ratings going into the season.
Okay.
We'll go see how many you could get out of the top 10.
All right.
Going into the year.
All right. Hang on. I need to write these down.
Going into the year.
Going into the year. I will say North Carolina.
Nope.
Top 10?
Not on KenPom's.
Really? All right.
This is so good. I mean, this is
Gonzaga.
9.
All right. Baylor.
11.
Damn. Kansas.
7.
Okay.
I think they're 1, aren't they? I think they're 1 on the AP.
Tennessee.
13.
Ah.
I was shocked by KenPom's.
Yeah, hang on. Duke?
2.
Okay. Michigan State?
No.
Kentucky? Arkansas?
No.
Who is good in college basketball?
All right, I'm just going to give it to you. Number 1, this is KenPom's.
Yeah.
The analytical site.
Yeah.
Number 1, Houston.
Oh, Houston. I should have gotten Houston.
Number 2, Duke. 3, Auburn.
Oh, Auburn.
4, Alabama.
I should have gotten Bama.
5, this one is despicable. despicable for you not to have gotten. Like, despicable. Maybe
It's not Memphis.
despicable for you not to have gotten this. I mean, seriously, bro, you wouldn't even have to know anything about college basketball.
Shut up.
To get
This
this.
is going to be somebody. This is like Creighton, isn't it?
No. You really would not have to know anything. You could watch the Today Show and guess this.
That's not true.
Because they win or play for the national title every year.
Oh, UConn.
God bless, Roser. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
Gross, bro.
That's true.
God.
Yeah, I don't know crap about college basketball.
Iowa State 6. Kansas.
Is that a Otzelberger?
Yeah. Kansas 7. Arizona 8. Gonzaga 9. Purdue 10.
Okay, that's
Without Zach Edey?
that is an overrated team. An overrated Boilermaker
Purdue?
squad. Fade them. Bro, Zach Edey's a back-to-back National Player of the Year, and he's not there anymore, and they didn't have good guards. Like, how is... I don't know. Maybe they got brand-new guards in the transfer portal who are athletic and
You
can
don't know.
play.
You don't know.
Maybe they got Antoine Moore walking through.
You don't know. Anyway, that's KenPom's top 10 going into the season. Anyway, Cooper Flag is at 6 o'clock. I'll flip that on for sure before all the other stuff comes on. Yes. Cooper Flag. Who they play? They play, it's like somebody know, but Maine.
Yeah, Maine, where he's from.
Also, where his brother just committed.
Oh.
You know what his brother's name is? I'll give you one guess.
Kevin?
Waving. It's Ace. It's Ace.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Ace Flag.
You said waving, though.
I know.
Better than burning. Who did Maine just got killed by somebody in football?
Maine got killed by somebody
I
in
saw
football?
the score on the bottom line the other day, and I was like, what? Yeah, Oklahoma. They just played Oklahoma. They lost 59-14. Right. I saw it on the bottom line this weekend. I was like, oh, Oklahoma.
You know, his
won a game.
His brother's not that bad. He was on the AAU team I saw him with. His brother's not that bad, so I figured, like, hey, I figured Shire would have to take him.
Right.
Like Giannis's brother.
It'd be like a Will Barton,
Yeah.
Antonio Barton. Well, Antonio Barton was good, though. So,
No.
yeah.
Number 8, Gregg Popovich. Now, this is scary. Gregg Popovich has taken a leave of absence from the San Antonio Spurs. Greg Popovich, it says he's out indefinitely, suffering a health issue before the game. Mitch Johnson is going to be the interim head coach in San Antonio. Says that is expected to serve as the interim head coach indefinitely while head coach Gregg Popovich is dealing with a health issue. Shams Charania reported the situation for Popovich arose before Saturday's 113-103 win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He wasn't on the bench. You know, Popovich is 75. He's 75 years old. And so Mitch Johnson has steadily moved up the bench there as he's been coach of the Austin Spurs, and then he's like been on the bench there, and then he's like just kind of kept moving up because like these other people have moved on. Tim Duncan moved on, Becky Hammond moved on, Will Hardy moved on, and so Mitch Johnson's been around there for a long time. But anyways, Gregg Popovich, who, I mean, he signed before the 23-24 season. He signed a 5-year deal, reportedly worth over $80 million. So, I mean, he had committed to being the coach there for some time. So, hopefully Gregg Popovich ends up okay. I mean, that's always scary. It's scary when you're 75, right? You got a real health concern, and it's taking him out. And so it says a health issue that is having him leave indefinitely.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
That is.
That's scary.
It is.
So here's hoping that Gregg Popovich ends up okay, because that story broke this morning that he is going to be out indefinitely dealing with this health issue, and that Mitch Johnson is going to be taking over him as the interim head coach going forward. Quick break and we'll wrap up this thing on the other side. Chris Vernon Show.
Southland Casino Hotel, it's time to work hard, play hard with our $500,000 giveaway. Earn entries October through November 9th and take home free play and amazing prizes on select Saturdays, including a big rig. Stay connected on social media for weekly drawing clues. Join us November 9th for the grand finale drawing, where you could drive off in a four-wheeler, side-by-side, or big rig. Work hard and play harder at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
One of the things I really do like about the history of the Memphis Grizzlies is that we have people who have moved here and stayed here. I like how much some of those guys have not only made millions here and won games here, but spent real time here and raised children here.
Yes.
And become a real part of the community.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The three big beats this week. One was root for points in honor of John Roser. How about that Miami-Louisville game?
Good
Crushed
grief.
the over, which was 60. Finished with 97 total points, 52-45. Meanwhile, the Academy's covering again, both Army and Navy, getting the job done.
This.
Army, best start since 96.
America.
Navy crushed Charlotte. They're ranked 23rd and 24th in the country.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
John Cena was spilling life lessons on this stream, bro. So the best thing I watched all week, John Cena on the Cassinet stream. By the way, he stole your hairdo. You got to make a phone call.
I was about to say, you showed me a little bit of this clip because I saw the messy room, and the only thing I could see is John Cena's hair. I mean, come on, bro.
He stole your bar.
It's
he stole
literally identical.
He stole your flow, bar for bar, word for word.
How is mine more gray than his, though?
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering, to those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Yellow laces, really bright yellow primary color. You got black on the trim and on the edges.
I gotta get 'em.
And you got some red there as well. Look at that right there, Mike. Look at that right there.
Man, look at that G. Look at that G, boy. That G is moving strong right there, too, man.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on GrindCityMedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Dinosaur draft.
Give me Littlefoot.
Littlefoot's a great pick
It
in your
is.
alternate
Damn
reality.
right.
in your fake dinosaur draft because
I'm
you don't
sorry.
believe in real
I'm sorry.
dinosaurs. Give me a velociraptor. It's so cute and so scary.
That's
I'm
not a
sorry.
real
That's not a
velociraptor.
chicken.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Just be cool. Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating excellence. We survive. Two-seater snapping, girl. I'm happy it's just you and I. Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating excellence. We survive. Two-seater snapping, girl. I'm happy it's just you and I.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Hey, look who showed up. Right in time. Devin Walker. He's the microphone mangler. Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math. Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He sure is. He's Walker 93.
All right, I have stuff to do this morning, man.
I'm gonna let you go through every one of these before I get to the thing. Okay.
What you need from me?
Thoughts on the Grizzlies?
I love it. Zach Edey's getting better every game.
Oh, Zach Edey.
Jalen Wells.
Really? He was 10th on our list of things that stood out.
I had to say that first just for you. Zach, Jalen Wells, Ricky.
Well, then get him. Then get him, Roser.
What do you do?
First of all, respect Zach Edey's double-double.
Yeah, bro. Put respect. It's his first one, bro. Put respect on it.
I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
Playmaker Jake, too.
I mean, look. Can I mention that the other center came off the bench and had 20 points in 14 minutes?
How is it playmaker Jake when he had 2 assists?
He had 3.
You're not going to push this propaganda over here, bro.
I'm Huff Hive.
You Huff Hive?
Yeah.
Huff give?
Oh, my God.
Huff
Step into one more, and I might have torn everything off the
for
walls.
real.
No, dude, he for real.
I love how
he might have.
Hey, Roser will tell you. I jumped up before the last one. I jumped up and started running around before he even.
You knew it was money.
Yes.
Bro, and I see people trying to compare him to John Lure. He is not John Lure, bro.
Hell no.
John Lure was not. John Lure was not on that.
And by the way, we got John Lure like a $60 million contract in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. So
John Lure living good in Nashville.
For real.
Saw John Lure during Mark's retirement ceremony.
Yeah, I think he lives in Nashville.
He was
now.
here.
I thought he was a worker. My bad. Shout out John Lure.
He's a tall worker, man. He's tall.
I've seen some tall workers in my day. Shout out John Lure, though. He is not John Lure. Let's make that clear. Because people comparing him, they're like white basketball players. They're like, oh, he's John Lure. Oh, he's Brian
They all look the
Cardinal.
same. I get it.
Oh,
It happens
he's
to us all
Ryan
the time.
Anderson. Ryan Anderson is not getting freaky with the. Yeah, he's not doing that. Jalen Wells, we started the campaign for Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Leads all rookies in scoring right now.
Very well could make the rookie team.
Yes. Yeah, we have found a reason for
It's
us
in
to
the
go
cards.
to go to the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jalen Wells has made himself a guy that's going to get minutes.
Oh, for sure.
I do.
Like the way you defend.
Even when the guys are back, I think Jalen Wells is going to get minutes.
I saw Drew Hill's picture, Vince, at shoot around today.
Oh.
Participating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, B-Dub might be back very soon. He
Okay.
did say when you see the Joker on Instagram, it means he's back.
Okay.
When he drops the Joker photo on IG, that means he's officially back.
Oh.
So something to look out for.
Oh, I loved our injury updates. Bane and Smart week to week.
6 point font.
I hate week to week so much.
week is
Yeah,
so
me
That
too.
week to week is the worst.
Yeah, bro.
Just urinate on my head instead.
No, R.
That's
Kelly.
tough. I
R.
don't
Kelly's
wanna-
not. We're not doing that.
I want to get peed on.
No R. Kelly over here, bro.
It's unfortunate. You know what? It's unfortunate that like there's actually things you can think of where that has happened because that would just be like that was a thing I could always just say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But now
so
you
R.
guys,
Kelly's like, no.
now you guys actually associated with someone actually getting
Drip, drip, drip.
so unfair.
I like to pee on you. Shout out R. Kelly. Not really.
Do you have your passport? Do you hit your shots?
Shout
Do
out,
you
man.
want to come home with Rob to America? America.
That is one of the crazy.
Insane, bro.
Insane.
Ruben doesn't know what we're talking
I
about.
don't know how to hold
There's
nobody.
You can find a clip of R. Kelly doing a song in Africa where he's basically asking chicks to come back home to America with him, and it's maybe the most outrageous song I've ever heard anyone sing.
Wild.
The lines are, do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Would you like to come home with Rob to America?
Lock him up forever. Lock him up forever.
It's outrageous. Yeah, it is.
He is a demon.
Do you say, I don't know how to hog tie nobody? Lock him up forever. So Jalen Wells, he cooking.
Yeah,
they call him Jay Murder, by the way. Shout out to him.
Jay Murder?
Yeah.
like that.
Santi, another double-double. Ja being Ja. I think this version of Ja is the one I like the most. Because like it's
turn
like
up if I have to.
Very like turn up what I have to, but other than that, I'm surgical. It's like Jason Kidd-esque. Like, you know when he was like really just controlling the game, bro.
I need him to dunk on someone though, just to remind me.
Why?
Why not?
I mean, I like the job where he's
dunk
not,
on someone.
No, bro. I don't like
Yes.
it. Why do you want him to dunk on somebody?
Because he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't done it.
I like the job that's like landing on his feet.
I do too.
He's been landing on his feet a lot more this year. It's a lot more of like I'm landing flat.
Yeah.
Not on.
Yeah, right. Not laying on the ground or in the stands. I got you.
Yeah. So if he tries to dunk on somebody, he might end up in the first row, bro.
Yeah.
No, I like
cool
him.
with
I
how
like
Josh
him dunking
playing.
on people.
I'm good with y'all doing.
Nah, I'm cool with how Josh playing.
Yeah, I like the way he's
I just want him to dunk on someone. Of course, I love the way he's playing. He's averaging like a triple double, dumbass.
Yeah, right.
I just want him to dunk on someone because I like when people get dunked on. Christian Brown dunks on people.
He did. He
did.
He dunked on Goddard.
Touche. You know, you got to. Maybe he's waiting for the.
And landed on his feet.
Maybe he's waiting for the Minnesota game.
Maybe.
But no, I love
Maybe
this version.
He's gonna get Anthony Davis on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I love this version. Like he's like Jason Kidd, like the surgical point guard where I'm getting everybody else involved, and then I'm just going. If you need me, I'm here still.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen, those two, I love them together.
Amazing.
I love the duo.
13 assists, a big number.
Bro, they're top 5 in the NBA together in assists.
Yep.
Like, come on, bro. The Grizzlies #1 in the league in assists of the team. So, like, I love it. I'll save the best for last, though. The one that I think people are, like, not taking for granted. Where is he going? Where are you going? Where is he going? He's going somewhere.
I had to plug in my headphones.
Oh, okay.
It came out.
Okay.
It
I
came
thought you were
out.
going to get, like, a hit or something.
Yeah, I thought Zach Edey was joining the show for a
Okay,
second.
I
I had to get up. I had to plug it back in.
I say the best one for that because I think people are taking it for granted because of, I guess they expect him to do it. Is Jaren? No, I'm being dead serious. Like, I don't know. I feel like 15 in the fourth.
Yep.
15 in like 17 minutes, 2 blocks in the fourth, 27 in the game, lead everybody in scoring. He's unstoppable, bro. And not just because he's my dog. The dude is unstoppable, bro.
We are shocked that that's the player you highlighted.
What are you talking about, bro? I went through everybody else already.
We're shocked.
I went through everybody else.
No one takes him for granted, Devin.
I just think people don't talk about how dominant he's been, bro. I've listened to 2 shows today, and I didn't hear anybody bring up how dominant Jaren is. Okay. Just saying. Am I wrong?
What shows did you listen to?
We're taking it for granted.
No. I'm just saying. I just think people think they expect him to do the things he's doing.
We know Jaren's awesome, Devin.
I'm just making sure everybody knows how good Jaren is.
What shows did you listen to?
We know.
I listened to shows this morning, bro.
He's upset about it.
I just want people to know that.
He just wants everybody to know that Jaren is awesome.
13 is still that dude, bro.
He is. He got that last 3 on a great dime from playmaker Jake.
Where did he get this from?
Saw it.
Where does this?
Dude, hey, I got William to crack Saturday night. You
got him to smile?
I jumped out when he had that, when he drove and turned around and threw it back to Jared, and Jared hit that 3. I jumped, I go, that's playmaker Jake. And William,
Can you have a play? Can you be a playmaker
I
Jake
got
if you
him to
have 3
crack a
assists?
little bit.
Huh?
If you have 2 assists,
He had 3.
the box score.
man.
The box score says 2, Roser,
Well, they're liars.
Hey,
and 5 fouls.
When's
Yeah, it's just aggressive D.
When's
Referees.
Yuki getting a bucket though?
No, you know, I thought about this. I was like, bro,
He's got to shoot the last
want
one. He
him to
dribbled out the clock, bro.
I want him to save the bucket for here, bro.
Yes.
Save his first bucket for FedEx Forum. Like, I need the crowd to be able to erupt.
Or
when you
score 10.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just explode.
I'm kind of like with BK though, bro. You're gonna put me out here, bro. I'm gonna shoot this bitch at least once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, first quarter. Let's get him Wednesday night against the Lakers. First quarter minutes
against Bronny.
Yeah, he's like that's a little stretch too far. We need Yuki versus Bronny on Wednesday.
I just love how they keep.
You'll see it down in South Haven.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
There you go, Rose. Watch it down in South Haven.
We do
you get to call the game.
We do get the South Bay Lakers.
All right, you went over to the women's game.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Memphis women's game, and
I like what I saw. They got some players, man. They were missing a couple of their pieces, but they got. I'm gonna think they're gonna have a good team.
They beat Mississippi Valley State.
They beat Mississippi Valley State. Josh's sister is on Mississippi Valley State. She's like recovering from a foot injury from last year in redshirted. She got a DNP-CD today.
What?
Which is lame as hell. Coach
didn't play
malpractice.
Didn't play her
in her home, where she went to high school,
which is like the only reason you'd schedule that game.
Yeah, where her brother's a freaking superstar. Put her in the game, coach. I don't know your name, but put her in the game. You got Ashley Shields.
That's crazy.
Ashley Shields is on the staff for
at
Nia.
Mississippi Valley.
Yes, for Nia, bro. You don't put her in the game. Free Nia Moran.
That's crazy.
Free her.
What happened?
Bro, I don't know, bro. But they gotta free her, bro.
Because she had a bunch of family and friends there.
Yeah. Everybody, T was there in a fresh bucket hat with number 10 on the side, with a hoodie with number 10 on the back.
The coach didn't even play her?
Didn't even play her. Didn't even look her away, bro. Nia was next to Shields the whole time, just waiting for that moment. And you could
Can you imagine if when Louisville comes here, if Zebo's daughter doesn't play? I know she was a McDonald's All-American, but still.
Like,
the reason the game gets scheduled is because of... That's crazy.
Yeah, that was malpractice. But I will say number one.
That would make me mad.
Yeah. You could tell that she was... As the game went on, she was getting more and more frustrated because she was like, "Yo, this is like."
What do they fancy themselves as a tournament team? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Exactly. Come on, man. Free Nia, man. Free Nia. But on the Memphis side, bro, I don't know how to say her name. I don't want to butcher it. Alana Eaton. She's a transfer from Ole Miss.
Okay.
I went to go look her up because I was like, why is she moving the way she is? Because you could always tell the high player, like the high rated players. She was a 5-star in high school.
Oh.
She committed to Arkansas, played 2 years there, then played another year or two at Ole Miss. She tore her ACL a couple times, so she's kind of recovering.
Yep.
But I think it's her first time in a couple years playing basketball. She's playing for Memphis. Cold left-handed.
She's awesome.
Cold.
Okay.
But the MVP of the game is she's been here for a couple years. Let me make sure I get her name right too. Hannah Riddick, shout out Canada. 27-16. I don't care what level you playing on, Verno.
27-16 is a lot.
27-16 is a lot.
It's a lot of production.
They went 89-70 in the home opener. First test comes up Thursday. They play Mississippi State, so
okay,
look out.
A couple of things I did want to mention. 9 was there was an announcement made by our brethren over at the Redbirds, which is a good announcement. The Battle of the Birds, which has not been played in a little while, which is when the St. Louis Cardinals come to town and play that game against the Redbirds. And they do it right before the Major League Baseball season gets underway. They scheduled it again. So that's
cool.
good.
Oh, it's back.
Cardinals versus Redbirds.
Oh,
and it's going to
that's
be
dope.
March 24th. So that's good.
Really
really good. It's cool when it's at AutoZone Park. Yeah. The Cardinals come here for a game. I always thought they should do that. So it'll be Cardinals versus Redbirds March 24th. They announced it. I was super glad that that's going to be back. And it's a good opportunity. There's a big Cardinal fan base here. And people can go over and check it out. And then tonight... Number 10 is tonight. We've got
a lot.
Because of the election tomorrow night, every NBA team plays. So if you got a league pass, you can just shoot from game to game.
Yep.
Memphis plays at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Grizzlies play at 7 against the Nets. So both of those are going on simultaneously. Memphis, the Grizzlies and the Tigers. Cooper Flagg makes his debut for Duke at 6.
Where can we watch? Where can I watch that?
That's on ACC Network, so it'll be on like those regionals.
Okay, bet.
You know?
Tap in.
And then there's NBA games all night. And then what's Monday Night Football's good.
Chiefs. No, it's not.
Chiefs Bucks.
That's
no
not
Evans,
good.
no
They don't have
Godwin.
Evans or Godwin.
Yeah, okay. That's
a tough
that's
one.
disgusting. Did y'all talk about how your quarterback said that y'all suck?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Y'all discussed that?
No,
I know we got like
that.
a minute left in the show.
We didn't talk about that.
Y'all talk about how your quarterback said we effing suck?
Briefly.
No, he was talking about the refs, Roser said. I don't know.
Why are you vouching for him?
That's somebody
Roser
who
just
opined
said
that.
that.
I don't know. Being honest, I don't know if Dak Prescott. He's not an idiot.
Yes,
he
he
knows
is.
that cameras are on him all the time. It just doesn't seem like something.
No, you can say he's a lot of
say.
things, but he's not an idiot.
No.
You say he's terrible.
Would you rather see Cooper Rush or Trey Lance?
What?
Would you rather see Cooper Rush or Trey Lance for the next however many weeks?
or get disease? Give me the three options.
I think he says D is the option.
I'd rather see Trey Lance. Go Trey. I'll actually root for y'all if Trey Lance plays. Like, I would really root for the Cowboys.
I mean, you mean Cooper Rush isn't a fun watch?
By the way, for all the doubters, now we'll see what happens. He may tear it in his first game. Christian McCaffrey is back at practice today.
Good for him. By the way,
along with Jawan Jennings and Jake Moody and John Feliciano.
I told y'all about Memphis, bro. I told y'all. Y'all believe me, bro. Y'all people try to get mad at me. I told y'all. People will tweet me. I didn't respond to any of them.
What?
When I was saying Memphis was depressed all them weeks, people were in my mentions like angry at me. What are you saying? They win again. They're winning every week. I sit here and watch these games every damn week, and I told y'all this shit was coming.
Dude, blank him, see. It's an all-timer doing the Ronaldo.
In damn near turn his ACL?
Is it a torn ACL?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But no, bro, I told y'all, bro. I watch these games every week. My dad was depressed Saturday because of Memphis football. Thanks a lot, guys.
That's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to... Is it Jacob back in the studio?
Yeah, it's Jacob.
All right. Be back tomorrow. Till then, we gone.